Most people get caught off guard when someone asks them the dreaded "tell me about yourself" question. It is technically not even a question as much as a demand that is annoying. This question could come up on a job interview, business event, first date, or even a social situation. Whatever the occasion is, you dress up in hopes to sell yourself. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips so you can confidently answer the "tell me about yourself" question regardless of the situation you are in. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dr. Sean Christian, physician, author, entrepreneur, and founder of Confidenceiatry. We release new videos on this channel every Friday, so hit the subscribe button and bell icon so you get notified when new helpful videos are released. Now let's get into the tips that you came here to learn about. Number 1. Understand the situation you are in. You need to understand that the answer or response you give will differ based on the situation you are in. For example, if someone asks this question in a job interview in the United States, limit your response to your professional work experience. Tailor your response to the role and company you're applying for. You should avoid topics including hobbies, religion, family life, and pets. Note, in some countries, such as USA, it is considered illegal for an interviewer to ask such topics as it could cause discrimination. However, such topics may be okay in other countries, so you should understand your country's specific responses. Also, note, if you volunteer the information yourself without being asked about it, this would not be considered as an illegal question. The best response is a response strictly professional and specific to the role and company you applied for. If someone asks this question on a first date or in a social situation, it is okay to give some insight on your professional life, hobbies, religion, family life, or pets, etc., as this question is more about getting to know you rather than hiring you for a job. 2. Brand yourself. In order to sell themselves, confident people brand themselves. They always appear groomed and dressed nicely. When speaking, they don't just rattle off events or topics in an unorganized fashion. Approach this as a personal mission to sell yourself. Branding yourself the right way introduces new topics into a conversation that the other person can ask you about to take the conversation further. For example, they can comment or ask about your appearance, your outfit, or something you said. Example of bad response. I grew up in a boring town in Texas. As soon as I became 18, I bought a car and moved to Los Angeles, and now here I am. While there is some bit of humor here to pique a person's interest, this person shared very little helpful details, so without asking more questions, it would be difficult to make an impression based on this response. Example of good response. I am a certified scuba instructor, huge movie buff, and working hard to start an online pet accessory store. This person shared a lot of helpful information about their life. It gives the impression that this person has an interesting life, and this piques the interest of the person they are talking to. 3. Do your research. Most of the advice you get about answering job interview questions is to understand the job post and research the company ahead of time so you can understand what their wants and needs are for the job. There is no reason to not to do the same with the date. Just with a few clicks of a mouse, you can get a general idea what they are like. You can figure out what your date likes, dislikes, if they are married, if they have kids, etc. This can help you understand what you have in common so you can draft your response specific to them. It will also be easier for them to ask more questions and take the conversation ahead. If you encounter something about the person you didn't like that you were probably not supposed to find out about, don't let it ruin the date. Instead, you can say something like, "So, I did an internet search and I saw blank blank blank." This allows them to give their side or opinion about it without sounding like you are attacking them. Remember to be genuine and not lie about anything. Number 4. Practice your response ahead of time. Practice answering the question in different situations, so when asked this question, it will be second nature to you. Understand that questions asked during a conversation is just a conversation. People who are good at conversations can pick up details from your answers to ask more questions and keep the conversation going. For job interviews, you can follow the present, past, and future format to answer the question. Present. Briefly talk about what your current role is, what you do, and what your biggest accomplishment is. Past. Briefly tell the interviewer how you got there and/or explain how your past experience applies to the current role and the company you are applying for. Future. Explain what you're looking to do next and why you're interested in this job. This format helps to tell a story about your professional life. Keep your answer to 1 or 2 minutes. Your interviewer has a copy of your resume and can read, so refrain from regurgitating your resume and share additional details that are not on your resume. Questions to ask yourself when trying to craft your response for a job interview. What are your strengths? What are you passionate about? What do your coworkers like about you? What do you hope to become famous for? Some questions to ask yourself when you're trying to craft your response for a date. What are your hobbies? Do you have pets? What pets do you like? Why do you like them? What is your favorite meal? Why? What is your favorite dessert? Why? What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Why? What is the scariest thing you have done? What is the biggest risk you have taken? What is your biggest accomplishment? Number 5. Avoid using filler words. Filler words are short words, phrases, or sounds that are used to fill brief pauses or mark hesitation while we are thinking about what to say next. They are words that don't add any real value to the sentence. Too many filler words make a person seem they lack confidence, they are insecure, or they are unsure of themselves. Examples of filler words are like, and you know. This section should go hand in hand with the previous one because an excellent way to avoid using filler words is with practice. With enough practice, it will become second nature to you. Number 6. Answering the question is more than words. Answering the question is not just limited to the words you say. Be conscious of how you appear to your audience. People can pick up if you're nervous, uncomfortable, or if you're lying about something simply by your body language, eye contact, facial expression, and hand gestures you use. Body language. Sit up straight and tall. Push your shoulders back. Don't slouch or cross your arms. Eye contact. Rule 1. Before you speak, establish eye contact. Don't look down or somewhere else before you start talking. Staring someone dead in the eyes could appear creepy. Rule 2. 50-70 rule. Maintain eye contact for about 50% of the time while speaking and 70% of time while listening. Facial expression. Increases the effectiveness of what you say by painting a picture of excitement, sadness, surprise, etc. Hand gestures. Also increases the impact of what you're saying and gives clues to your emotional state. Conclusion. Most people know within the first 30 to 60 seconds of a conversation if the conversation is worth pursuing. That is why it is important to make a good impression and sell yourself. The Tell Me About Yourself question is a form of an icebreaker that is open-ended to get you to talk. It is important to understand this question is about you. The way you answer the question qualifies you as being fit for the job, for the relationship, or even a friendship. Saying too much or too little can disqualify you. Remember that the answer you give should be specific to the situation you are in. If you're interested in learning 18 things that confident people don't do, then check out our video on this topic. The link will be in the description below, and a notification will pop out on the top right hand section of this video. If you know someone who would benefit from this video, please share this video with them. Also, if you haven't already done so, remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any important video. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter at Confidenceiatry.